Prince of Persia just punished me the old-fashioned way, painfully, repeatedly, and told me it was for my own good. Now do rewind and try again. The Sands of Time released back in 2003, and with rumor of a remake coming around the corner, I figured I'd go ahead and play it again. And man, oh man, it's definitely not what I remember. I played this shit on the original Xbox. I remember renting this game from Tower Records, and also GTA Vice City, because I definitely didn't lie to my mom and tell her that I should be able to play it, and there wasn't a whole like epidemic about GTA being too violent for kids and causing them to get in trouble.
Points are earned for having
fun
with a
video game.
I used to drink a 2-liter of orange soda and eat pizza while my prepubescent mind melted over the rewind mechanic, the wall running, and the slow-mo combat. But you know, after playing this game 23 years later, damn, it's not what I thought it was. In my mind, this game had big epic fights and a big epic story and this grand adventure. It was none of those things. Playing it now, I realized this game wasn't special because of what it was. It was special for what it tried to do. Whatcha? If you don't subscribe right now, then I will rewind time to that time where you had a bad time when you were a kid, and it's not gonna be fun, okay? Subscribe. For those of you that somehow don't know what Prince of Persia is, I'll give you a quick rundown. You play as a prince of Persia. Good job. You play as a prince who stole a fancy knife from a palace that rewinds time. You're tricked into using the knife on the hourglass that contains the sands of time. In doing so, you turn everybody into weird sand monsters. So then you have to traverse the palace to defeat zombies, platform, and sometimes drink hella water. And I'm not talking about baby sips. I'm talking about that gallon jug that gym bros carry everywhere they go. Yeah, bro, I just drink everything out of here. What's that? A water bottle? What am I, a puss? I think I speak for most people when I say that this game holds a special spot in our hearts. It was really the first of its kind. It paved the way for games like Assassin's Creed. But even through rose-colored glasses, you can still see its flaws. Let's start with the fucking platforming. Oh my god, I hated it so much. You can climb ledges, walk on beams, jump on trees, and most importantly, wall run. Wall running is so fucking sick, I didn't want to do anything else. There were so many times that I would jump from one obstacle to the next, and the game would register my directions as the completely opposite direction, which caused me to die over and over. No problem though, because this game has retries in the form of the rewind mechanic. But that's only if you know how to use it. If you accidentally let go of the rewind button too soon, then you've essentially repeated a death and wasted resources for no reason. Sometimes the rewind just completely fucking breaks, and you end up repeating the same mistake 7 times in a row because it gets stuck in a loop playing 0.5 seconds over and over again. The way they decided to make this game was without a dedicated jump button, but instead you would use an action button. This, in combination with the way directions are made in this game, will lead to so many pointless deaths.
No, that didn't happen either. Let me begin again.
Now, the rewind function is definitely the golden egg that this game pooped out. Never before were you able to rewind your mistakes and do so with so much flair. But as mentioned before, it does have its bugs and limitations. If the sand meter is empty or you just recently used it, then the timer resets, meaning that you have to be very intentional on when to finish off enemies, because every time you suck them up, don't. We're very mature here. I think I just heard fucking gunshots outside of my garage. Oh shit. I hope that's fireworks. It's January. Whenever you fight enemies and you finish off one of the enemies and suck them up, that resets your timer. See, what you do is you stab them and then you suck them up. You suck them real good. You also have to be careful with how many rewinds you have whenever you go through these puzzles, because one bad jump or one bad missed input and it's all the way back to the beginning. You better wipe away those tears because in 2003, we didn't have yellow lines. You sucked it up and you figured it out. And one of the things you can use while platforming or fighting creatures is the camera angles, which is actually one of the best and worst features in this game. If you're standing still, you can shift the camera to first person, or you can do a bird's eye view and get a bigger picture of the map or the fight. But unfortunately, it doesn't end there. While climbing or wall running, the camera will very easily shift on you to where it thinks you want to look. And then it completely disorients you, causing you to fall. Oh yeah, falls! Holy shit, dude. Fall damage from this game is insane. You would think that a guy that can climb walls like Spider-Man would be able to tuck and roll whenever he falls. But nope, this fucker dies from a 10-foot fall. And this game does not scale damage on the height of the fall either. Jump from a short or tall distance, that entire health bar is gone. I do find it to be a bit funny that the one thing that saves this game from being terrible is the one thing this game is remembered for: the rewind mechanic. If it wasn't for the rewind mechanic saving you from the clunkiness of this game, it would be unplayable.
Hi, welcome to Astounding Products.
I say all of this because even after experiencing all of its flaws, I still love it. I beat this game for the first time because we had to return it because we didn't want to get charged for late fees. And even after 13 years, it still holds a real vision on what they were trying to do. I probably spent half of my time on this game at the very end on the last 2 levels because they're huge platforming areas where you don't get to use the rewind function. You know, the one thing that I said made the platforming bearable in this game? Yeah, you don't get that. Yet, I still grind it to the next save point. And the save point is done in such a way that I don't think any other game has done it this way, even today. Thanks to those save points, I even learned core mechanics of the game that it didn't teach me because there's no real tutorial in this damn game. I was about halfway through this game before I realized I could jump off of walls and attack enemies. But that's only because of the genius way that they guide the player. Most games would tell you directly like you're a child. Okay, see this guy? That's a red guy. You want to hit him with the red attack. Oh, and this guy, he has a shield. So you want to disarm him or attack them from behind. Instead, this game doesn't tell you shit. The only thing it tells you is that you can jump behind enemies in slow-mo. That's it. One guy had to jump behind him and then do the finisher move immediately to kill him. The next guy, I couldn't even jump over and I had to attack directly. And this one? That's my wife. I know she's a little gray, but at least she's not the crack-addicted princess that's constantly following you around.
Look, a crack.
Wait, let's see where this corridor goes.
What?
All right, you can take the crack.
This is a game that empowers the player to experiment and try again and again.
No. That didn't happen.
For the first time in a long while, this is a Ubisoft game that feels like it was made just to be a fun game. It wasn't trying to win me over with emotion through a powerful story, and it wasn't trying to sell me skins through microtransactions. It was just simple and effective, something that most games just aren't anymore. Sometimes you can make a flawed game and it still be a masterpiece. Whatcha?